with ruthless honesty? Who has consistently proven themselves? Who is truly dependable? Whose fundamental interests genuinely align with yours in ways far deeper than mere convenience? Who win when the inevitable storms of life rage? These are the precious few who truly deserve your trust. But even then, you hold it guarded, like a rare, invaluable treasure. For trust, once irrevocably shattered, is almost impossible to truly reclaim. Simultaneously, self-preservation must be your unyielding, your mind, your reputation, your influence. These are your sacred kingdom. They must be shielded with an unparalleled fierceness. You do not foolishly reveal your innermost plans to everyone. You do not carelessly expose your vulnerabilities. Every casual confession, every thought reckless hands of an adversary, potent ammunition. And yet, power inherently demands balance. Ever felt a cold whisper in your gut, a primal unease despite a warm smile? They shake your hand, call you brother, cheer your wins, until their own success feels threatened. Then, the knife appears, subtly, invisibly. We call it paranoia. Machiavelli called it wisdom. The dangerous myth of goodness. We're fed a comforting lie: people are inherently good, friend breeds loyalty. But that's not how the ruthless dance of power works. It's not how human nature truly operates. A figure both feared and misunderstood, dared to strip away the polite veneer and reveal an uncomfortable truth. Kindness is often a tactic, loyalty is a fleeting rental, and in the grand game of power, no one is truly your friend. The economy of relationships. Look around you. Every bond, every alliance, every shared laugh, it's rarely built on selfless affection. Even intimacy has its price, its quiet calculation. People align with you because you serve a purpose in their world, emotional, financial, social, psychological. The instant that utility expires, the illusion shatters, and you're left staring at the raw, unvarnished truth. This isn't cynicism, it's liberation. Once you grasp this, deeply, intrinsically, you stop being a fool. You stop spilling your heart for those who wouldn't offer a band-aid. You stop investing in fantasies and start a pawn. You might feel isolated, but that loneliness is clarity. And in that searing clarity, a new kind of power awakens, one that needs no external validation, sees through every mask, and walks its path with unshakable vision. If you've ever felt the searing sting of betrayal, wondered why people turn glacial the moment you ascend, or question the very nature of your closest ties, then this isn't just for you. It's about you. Because what Machiavelli knew, and what so few dare to confront, is that the genesis of true power begins with one terrifying, yet liberating, realization: no one is your friend. And that, surprisingly, is your greatest advantage. Loyalty, the transactional truth. We're spoon-fed romantic notions of loyalty: good people are loyal, real friends stick around through thick and thin, commitment is a virtue. Machiavelli, however, saw a different reality. He understood that loyalty is never unconditional, it's transactional, temporary, contingent upon power, fear, or benefit. He cautioned rulers against trusting the affection of their subjects or the allegiance of their allies. Why? Because people are loyal to their needs, not to you. And when those needs shift, so too will their devotion. The promise given was a necessity of the past. The word broken is a necessity of the present. This isn't just a maxim for monarchs. It applies to every relationship you've ever held dear. Recall those you trusted implicitly, friends sworn to be there forever, colleagues who lauded your work when you were equals, lovers who once couldn't conceive of life without you. Has changed. How many fell silent when you needed them most? We construct elaborate narratives to soften this blow: they're just busy. They're going through something. They didn't mean to hurt me. But the truth rarely offers such gentle excuses. People gravitate towards what benefits them. And when your presence no longer fuels their ego, status, or security, they drift away. Machiavelli didn't despise humanity, he simply refused to sugarcoat its reality. He observed the court of Florence not as a bastion of honor, but as a masquerade where nobles showered each other with public praise while secretly plotting each other's downfall. And here's the unsettling part. The more powerful you become, the more smiles you attract, and the more hidden daggers. This dynamic hasn't changed in the modern world. Loyalty often wears the disguise of friendship. But look closer, does this person stand with you because they believe in your essence, or because they derive safety, status, or support from your approval? If your influence evaporated tomorrow, would their phone still ring? It's meant to awaken you. Once you recognize loyalty as a strategy, not an inherent virtue, you cease to be manipulated by it. You stop mistaking convenience for true character. And you begin to. You stop asking, why did they abandon me, and instead, you ask, why was I useful to them? This is the bedrock of Machiavellian self-defense, detached from the illusion that people are loyal to you. They are loyal to their perception of you, their needs, their aspirations, their self-interest. And when that illusion no longer serves them, your bond will, inevitably, dissolve. The path forward, strategic detachment. So, what action do you take? You cease trading your loyalty for validation. You stop sacrificing yourself for those who view you merely as an asset. You build alliances, not fragile attachments. You lead with value, not desperate dependence. Machiavelli understood that a wise individual moves through life like a grandmaster on a chessboard, not emotionally reactive, but he doesn't hate the opposing pieces, he simply comprehends their function. And so should you. Abandonment of love, friendship, or community. It demands the removal of the blindfold, seeing people as they truly are, not as you desperately wish them to be. Because in a world teeming with manipulation, the rarest form of power isn't deception. It's clarity. Betrayal, human nature under pressure. Have you noticed how quickly allegiances shift in the crucible of crisis? A misspoken word, a misunderstanding, and suddenly, those who once lauded you are gone, silent, or, chillingly, arrayed against you. This isn't necessarily betrayal. This is human nature under pressure. Machiavelli famously advised rulers to maintain power not through love, but through calculated fear. Why? Because he knew fear is infinitely more predictable than affection. Fear often remains loyal even when love has withered and died. In stark terms, people are more reliable when they need something from you than when they like you. It's a harsh truth. But it's profoundly liberating. Once you internalize this, you stop bleeding for fair-weather companions. You stop exhausting to misunderstand you. Most importantly, you stop being shocked when loyalty evaporates the instant you cease to be advantageous. You begin to move like a tactician, kind, but never naive, open, but never blind, generous, but never exploitable. This is the first law of Machiavellian power: don't depend on loyalty. Understand its inherent expiration date. No one is your friend, not in the idealized way you might hope. But once you accept this, truly, deeply accept it, you gain the most formidable illusion. Kindness, a double-edged sword. We're raised to believe kindness is an intrinsic virtue, a universal good, that being gentle, accommodating, and agreeable will open every door. But Machiavelli knew better. He understood that kindness, when not wielded strategically, is frequently mistaken for weakness. He recognized that in the theater of power, niceness isn't admired, it's exploited. This isn't a call to cruelty. This isn't forged with strength, it becomes your leash. The person who constantly bends backward to please others, always agreeable, perpetually saying yes. They believe they're embodying nobility, earning adoration. A different dynamic takes hold. People begin to perceive them as harmless.